All right, good afternoon. Let's get started with our afternoon docket. I will go ahead and take quick announcements. Mr. Alanis, do you have a quick announcement?
Your Honor, good afternoon. I have an arraignment, Mr. Jesus Martinez. He had been previously set for a date about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, but he was in COVID-19 quarantine in Starr County.
Okay.
And he's been released now.
All right, Mr. Jesus Javier Martinez.
He is going to be a Spanish speaker.
Okay. Mr. Martinez, can I have you raise your right hand?
Señor Martínez, levanta su mano derecha.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Voy a testimonio que habrá esta tarde, va a ser la verdad y solamente la verdad.
Sí.
Yes.
Is your true and correct name Jesus Javier Martinez?
¿Es su nombre correcto Jesús Javier Martínez?
Sí, es el nombre correcto.
Yes, that's the correct name.
All right. Mr. Martinez, you're here before the court charged with the offense of criminal mischief, a Class A misdemeanor, and terroristic threat, also a Class A misdemeanor.
Señor Martínez se encuentra ante la corte porque es acusado de causando daños, que es un delito menor clase A, y también una amenaza terrorística, también delito menor clase A.
I need to advise you that Class A misdemeanors carry a potential penalty of up to 1 year in the Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment you can receive for a Class A misdemeanor?
Aunque sale con estas ofensas, que son delitos menores clase A, lo máximo de castigo que usted puede recibir sería hasta 1 año de cárcel en el condado, una multa de $4,000 o las dos cosas y ha sido encontrado culpable. ¿Sí entiende lo máximo de castigo que puede recibir? ¿Sí o no?
¿Dónde?
¿Sí entiende lo máximo de castigo que puede recibir por estos delitos menores que son clase A?
Sí.
Yes.
Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
¿Alguna corte alguna vez lo ha declarado mentalmente incompetente o cree que está loco?
No, nunca.
No, never.
Counsel, speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent, able to assist?
Yes, he is, Your Honor.
Court's going to go ahead and make a finding that Jesus Javier Martinez is mentally competent. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty for him at this time. His felony, Mr. Alanis, I'm sorry, is scheduled for February 24th. So we're going to schedule him for the same day at 2 o'clock.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
So it looks like he may be scheduled in the morning for a misdemeanor, for felony, and we'll set him up for afternoon jail case at 2 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, that's all I have. May I be excused, Your Honor?
Your excuse, Carlos, will you tell him that his case has been reset to the 24th at 2?
Se le va a cambiar la audiencia para el 24 de febrero a las 2 de la tarde, después de su felonía.
Sí, está bien.
Yes, that's fine.
Ok, muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Your Honor, stay safe. Thank you very much.
Thank you, you too. All right, Mr. Juan Pablo Garcia, I see that you're logged in. Your case has been reset by your attorney to March 31st, 2022 at 9:30 in the morning, okay? Can you hear me, Mr. Garcia?
Sí,
Okay, Carlos, will you let him know that his case was reset by his attorney to March 31st at 9:30?
Sí, señor García, su abogado ya agarró una nueva audiencia para su caso, que va a ser el 31 de marzo a las 9:30 de la mañana.
31 de marzo.
March 31st.
Yes, sir, and you're excused.
Sí, señor, ya se puede retirar.
Ok, gracias.
Ok, thank you.
15 through 17, Rogelio Salazar.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Salazar, same situation. Your case was also reset by your attorney to 2/17, which is February 17th, 2022 at 2 o'clock, okay?
Okay, señor Salazar, la misma situación con usted. Su audiencia va a ser el 17 de febrero a las 9:30 de la mañana.
Okay,
Ok.
okay. I'll go ahead and put that on his calendar, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. 2/17 at 2 o'clock.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Ortegon is logging in shortly, and that is for Jessica Martinez. Jessica, are you the lady on the, with the Galaxy. Is that you, Jessica?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Hang tight. We'll be right with you as soon as Mr. Ortegon logs on, okay? All right, Mr. Aguirre, do you have any other cases that you have announcements for? Looks like it's a short docket today. Ramon Mireles Rodriguez Jr.
Hi, Judge. I'm sorry, I'm in the 449th right now.
Oh, okay.
It's a juvenile case. It's a plea, Your Honor.
Ramon Mireles is a plea?
Yes, it's a plea.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for letting me know. Are we pleading on both of them or just one of them?
Both cases, Your Honor.
Both cases, okay. All right, you can go ahead. We're gonna wait for Mr. Ortegon to log on so that we can take care of the pleas together.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, perfect. Yuri, did Mr. Ortegon file the plea paperwork? You're on mute.
I just got it. I'm e-filing it right now.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we'll have that. What about Jessica Marie Maldonado? Number 12.
I've got paperwork for her, but Mr. Almanza has requested a reset to March 8th. And I'm not opposed.
All right, reset March 8th, 9 at 2 o'clock, right?
I believe so.
Okay. So that takes care of that.
Court staff give him the date.
All right. So that's basically our docket. We're just waiting on, or what about Luis Perez? Sofia Ramon, Sofia Arispe?
Let me e-file this paperwork real quick and I'll check on it.
Sure.
Hey, Yuri, were you gonna make an announcement on Ramirez Rafael with Carlos Garza? You're on mute.
Yes, give me a second. Let me finish filing this.
Or no, because the attorney called it. He wasn't going to be able to make it to the.
Yeah, I agreed to give him more time.
All right.
So Judge, if you want to give it a reset date. Or I can play, or we can play it out.
All right, Rafael Ramirez has been reset by till 2:15 at 2 o'clock. Rafael Ezequiel Ramirez reset 2:15 at 2. Ms. Arispe, Luis Perez.
Yes, sir. I know he's got 2 felonies, Judge. I did file a motion to reduce his bond. And I filed motions to reduce bond on the felonies too, Judge. I don't know if he's got a hold. The last time I checked, I didn't see one.
Check real quick for you.
Thank you, Judge. I apologize for being under the wrong invite.
He does have an ice hold. Ms. Arispe.
Okay.
So would you like for us to just, he's got 51 days in jail, reset it for a couple more? What's the felony?
He's got an injury to a child and he's got a possession of controlled substance less than 1 gram.
Okay, give me 1 second. It looks like they may have gotten filed.
Yeah, I believe we have arraignments tomorrow, Judge, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. So maybe I reset this for 2 weeks down the road, see where we're at?
That sounds good, Judge. Maybe 3 weeks, because I think the felony will be reset for 2 weeks for a plea negotiation.
All right, how about March 1st?
March 1st is great. Thanks, Judge.
Sure. Reset March 1st at 2 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
All right, so then we're only waiting on Mr. Ortegon. And for Mr. Ortegon, are we proceeding on both cases?
Yes,
Jessica Ruby Martinez.
yes, Judge, we're going to be doing a plea on the CR 21. And then we're going to be dismissing the motion to revoke on CR 19.
Here, 20.
CR 20.
That's a plea, correct?
That's a plea.
And then dismissing the motion to revoke,
Yes.
extending it in any way, doing any modifications, or just a dismissal that continue?
We're just going to let it expire.
Gotcha.
Then we should have a plea on CR 20 on Ramon Mireles and Ramon Rodriguez. And
Yes. So we have 2 individuals, Ramon Mireles Rodriguez Jr., an accident involving damage and an evading, along with Jessica Ruby on her second DWI.
yeah,
Got it. And the plea is going to be on both of them.
yes. We should have 3 arraignments total, or 3 pleas total.
Okay, Sheriff, besides Ramon Mireles, do you have anyone else that we're missing?
I have Mr. Andrew Benitez.
Reset for 3/3, March the 3rd at 2 o'clock.
Okay, Your Honor, all advisable.
Perfect, thank you. That just leaves us with Ramon Rodriguez, and we're just waiting on Mr. Ortegon to log on so that we can take care of that. Meanwhile, defense counsel for Mr. Rodriguez is in another court, so we're waiting on 2 lawyers.
Okay,
Judge,
Your Honor.
Judge, what was the announcement on Rogelio Salazar? The last 3 of the docket.
It was a reset. Let me try to give you 2:17 at 2.
Thank you, Judge.
Wow. Ortegon, are you ready for the plea for Jessica Ruby Martinez?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jorge Ortegon, yes, we are ready, Judge. This is number 13 and 14, Judge.
Okay, my understanding is the state's going to be dismissing the motion to revoke.
That is correct.
All right, and we're just going to be proceeding on the second DWI.
That is correct. Sorry for logging in late, Your Honor.
No, that's okay. I just want to make sure we were actually waiting on Mr. Aguirre and yourself. We only have two pleas. Let me see if Mr. Aguirre is available. If not, I may have you stand in for him.
No problem at all, Your Honor.
All right, Alex, are you available? If not, I can have Mr. Ortegon take care of your case for you. Just need to let me know if you can hear me.
Happy birthday, by the way, Your Honor.
Oh, thanks. Alex, are you available? If not, I can maybe have Mr. Ortegon fill in for you.
Could Mr. Ortegon, I'm sorry, if Mr. Ortegon could, it's for a time served recommendation. He is competent, Judge.
Perfect.
Mr.
No,
Ortegon's
no.
competent too,
That one's questionable.
but it's two cases, time served on both, John.
All right, perfect. Sounds good.
Thank you,
Carlos,
Judge.
mind taking care of that for me?
Thank you, Jorge.
No problem.
Okay, let's go ahead and call CR 20-0428H and CR 21-13-825H, State of Texas versus Ramon Mireles Rodriguez Jr. Mr. Rodriguez, do you speak English?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'm also going to call CR 20-09-439H, State of Texas versus Jessica Ruby Leal Martinez. Ms. Martinez, if you can unmute yourself as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good afternoon. Can I have both of you please raise your right hand? Do each of you sort of tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? I'll start with Mr. Rodriguez
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
and Ms. Martinez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may lower your hands. We're here in CR 20-0428H, State of Texas versus Ramon Mireles Rodriguez Jr. Sir, you are here before the court charged with the offense of an accident involving damage to a vehicle on a motion to revoke. Have you had enough time to prepare for today's hearing by reviewing the motion to revoke with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
All right. And do you have any questions at this time? And are you ready to proceed on the motion to revoke?
I'm ready to proceed.
Thank you so much. You're also here on an evading arrest. That is a Class A misdemeanor. In just a minute, I'll explain to you the range of punishment for a Class A misdemeanor, okay?
All right.
In CR 20-09-439H, State of Texas versus Jessica Ruby Leal Martinez. Ma'am, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Martinez, you're here before the court charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated, a second offense that is a Class A misdemeanor. I need to advise you, Ms. Martinez, and you, Mr. Rodriguez, that your Class A misdemeanors carry a potential penalty of up to 1 year in the Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment you could receive for the Class A misdemeanor for which you are charged, Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Martinez,
Yes, Your Honor.
both of you have the right to an attorney and the right to a trial by jury, but you can waive one or both of those rights by signing a document with this court. At this time, I'm going to ask you, did you have an opportunity to review a document with your attorney before signing it, Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Martinez,
I did, Your Honor.
do both of you understand that in signing those documents, you're waiving your right to a trial by jury? Do you understand that, Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court's going to go ahead and accept your waiver of trial by jury. Has any court ever declared either one of you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane? Mr. Rodriguez?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Martinez?
No, Your Honor.
Counsel, speaking with your clients, do you find them to be mentally competent, able to assist?
Your Honor, both of them are competent, Judge,
Court's
and
gonna
able
go
to
ahead and
assist in their defense.
Thank you. Court's going to go ahead and make a finding that Mr. Rodriguez and Ms. Martinez are both mentally competent. Do you each understand that if the punishment that I assess If that punishment does not exceed what is recommended by the state, you will need this court's permission if you decide to file an appeal. Do you understand that, Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you further understand that the court does not have to accept the recommendation of the state? Do you understand that, Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor.
At this time, I must ask both of you, are you U.S. citizens? Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Rodriguez, in your motion to revoke, the state is alleging that you violated certain conditions of your probation. Did you have an opportunity to review that motion to revoke and the entirety of the allegations that the state is alleging with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
All right, and at this time, are you asking that those allegations on the motion to revoke be read aloud to you, or do I hear a waiver and counsel you may answer on his behalf?
So, Your Honor, we would respectfully waive on behalf of Attorney Alex Aguirre and the defendant, Your Honor.
Court's going to go ahead and waive the reading of the motion to revoke. Mr. Mireles, to violating the conditions of the motion to revoke, how do you plead? True or not true that you violated those conditions?
True.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
True.
Thank you. And are you pleading true, freely, and voluntarily, sir?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Mr. Rodriguez, to your evading arrest is your Class A misdemeanor. How do you plead to that offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Martinez, to the offense of driving while intoxicated, a second offense, a Class A misdemeanor. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Voluntarily.
Thank you. Court's going to go ahead and make a finding that each of the defendants have entered their plea of guilty and pleas of true, freely, and voluntarily, and I'll call for state's evidence at this time.
State offers plea documents and offense reports as State's Exhibit 1. Notification and certification of the defendant's right of appeal as State's Exhibit 2. Waiver of Article 39.14 disclosures as State's Exhibit 3. Waiver of risk assessment as State's Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court, and they further stipulate that all evidence that is e-filed is sufficient to corroborate the plea of guilty.
Honor, no objection to the state's exhibits. We do so stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court. We also stipulate that the evidence e-filed is sufficient to corroborate a plea of guilty in both cases. And Your Honor, we do so stipulate that both defendants or that the defendants were previously placed on probation by this honorable court, Your Honor.
There being no objection, state's exhibits are hereby admitted in CR 20-04-280H. It is a judgment and finding of the court that Mr. Rodriguez has violated the conditions of his probation. His probation is hereby revoked. It is set aside. What is the recommendation in this particular case?
Your Honor, the recommendation is a $100 fine, court costs 180 days, Hidalgo County Jail, credit for 180 days.
In this case, it'll be a zero fine, a zero court cost, 180 days credit for 180 days time served. In CR 21-13-825H, it is a judgment of the court that you're guilty as charged. What is the recommendation?
The recommendation is a $100 fine, court costs 67 days, Hidalgo County Jail, credit for 67.
In this case, it'll also be a zero fine, zero court cost, 67 days, credit for 67 days, time served. Good luck to you, Mr. Mireles. Rodriguez.
All right.
In CR 20-09-439H, State of Texas versus Jessica Ruby Leal Martinez, it is a judgment of the court that you're guilty as charged. What is the recommendation?
Recommendation is a $400 fine, court costs 365 days, Hidalgo County Jail, probated for 14 months, repeat offender program, 5 days mandatory Hidalgo County Jail, 180 days Texas driver license suspension, 9 months mobile alcohol monitoring, MAD impact panel, and outpatient treatment.
Your Honor, we did have some requests on behalf of Ms. Martinez, Judge.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, this is a case where it is a DWI second. The last time we were here was about a week ago. There were some violations on the device. There was an original 18-month recommendation that was changed to 14 months. Your Honor, we're asking that the device that my client has had for a substantial amount of time be brought down to 7 months if this court is willing, which is half the term of the probation that she got, Your Honor, and that the time in jail be 72 hours and not 5 days. As far as I'm concerned, it's a 72-hour recommendation, and we'd ask that she have 4 or 5 months to get that arranged. She is gainfully employed, Your Honor. I am retained on this case. We'd ask that she have some time to make some arrangements with whoever she needs to make to get, hopefully these done on in a weekend, Your Honor, instead of having to report today, Judge. We would also respectfully request that condition 7 be waived so she may leave the county for work purposes, Your Honor, and that she have time to pay the fine and court costs.
Okay, the court's gonna go ahead and waive condition number 7. I'm gonna reduce the fine down to $200. I'm gonna give her 90 days to pay the fine and the court cost. The 72 hours, the 3 days, Hidalgo County Jail. That one, Mr. Ortegon, I have no problem giving her definitely time doing it on the weekends. Zero problems doing that. However, it does, given the fact that we're doing everything via, I guess, fax, and we don't send orders and everything's done electronically. If you can give me a date, and I don't mind putting you in a breakout room with your client, so y'all can give me a date in the future, whatever weekend she chooses. So, but that way I can have an order, send it to the sheriffs, and they can have it in place so that when she shows up, they'll take her. Otherwise, what's going to happen is she's going to show up, they're not going to accept her, and then we're going to be playing this cat and mouse game, and I'd hate for it to affect her down the road. So
Jessica, I could probably ask her, since we're here, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Jessica, if the judge were to give you maybe 4 weeks to make arrangements, do you think that you'd be able to get this done with ample time to let everybody you need to know and try to take these days off, maybe the 4th, 5th, and 6th of March, which gives you ample time to try to get those days off from work?
Yes, sir. I was actually thinking next week, if anything.
Oh, or even better.
Faster,
I mean,
sooner,
so
Monday, Tuesday.
the 18th, starting the 18th, or this weekend or the weekend after?
This Monday coming up, Monday and Tuesday.
You're
Okay,
gonna
so-
need, it needs to be 3 days. How about you go in Sunday at 6 and then you get out Tuesday? You can go in Sunday at 6 p.m. That counts as a day.
They really need me at work.
And what time do you get out?
I work double shifts every day, except Mondays and Tuesdays I'm off.
Okay, Monday
So
to-
what time do you get out of work Sunday so you can go report on Sunday and not have to, because you'll be
9.
getting out late?
I get out at 9.
9 p.m.?
I can try to get out. I can do that. I can try my best to get out early on Sunday.
Okay. I'm gonna put you down for Sunday at 6, and that counts as a full day. 6 p.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
13th, 14th, and then be released on the 15th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. And yes, as to the mobile device for 7 months, that'll be ordered. Mr. Ortegon?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, mobile device for 7 months. I think that was the only request. I think I took care of the rest.
Absolutely, Your Honor. Yeah, that was everything.
Okay. We do need a phone number from Mrs. Martinez.
May I give it to you right now, sir?
Yes, please.
512 area code 710-2863.
Our intake department will be calling you in about 5 business days.
Judge, and as part of the plea agreement, we will be submitting a dismissal in CR 19-05-747H.
The court will go ahead and accept the dismissal in CR 19-05-747H.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Have a good day.
That's
Good luck
all I
with it.
have. May my client and I be excused, Your Honor?
You're excused. I'm going to sign off on the order for that weekend. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. That takes care of our docket. I was going to log off.